You ever notice how every conversation is either boomers did this or Gen Z is doing that? And somehow, there's a whole generation sitting in the middle like a quiet parenthesis. Generation X, born roughly between the mid-60s and around 1980. They're the colleague who fixes the problem without announcing it. The parent who loves you deeply but doesn't narrate their feelings. And Gen X might be the most misunderstood psychology profile of any living generation. Imagine being 8 years old, walking home, and the house is empty. No tracking, no cameras, no one checking. Just keys, silence, and time. Millions grew up like that. Learning. You're capable because you have to be. That kind of responsibility trains your nervous system. You don't learn to ask, "How do I feel?" You learn to ask, "What happens if I mess this up?" That's why Gen X often thinks in consequences first. Rules back then were quick and direct. Your brain links actions to outcomes fast. Do this. Get that result. No long explanations, no buffer time. So they learned to read the room and avoid unnecessary drama. Then they watched adults preach stability. While divorce rose, layoffs became normal, and institutions lost credibility. They learned, hope for the best, prepare for the switch. It looks like pessimism, but it feels like survival. People assume Gen X avoids social media because they don't get it. That's lazy. They understand it. They just grew up with a different rule. Visibility equals vulnerability. Broadcasting your private life doesn't feel fun. It feels risky. So they used irony as armor. Joke first, distance first. Add the Cold War vibe. Adults acting like everything could collapse while telling you not to worry. You learn to stay calm in public and keep feelings private. Their work ethic wasn't built from quotes. It came from real responsibility, early jobs, real consequences, solving problems without applause. And because they saw loyalty punished, they didn't worship companies. They worshipped skill. Here's the paradox. Intensely independent, quietly reliable. They won't ask for help, but they'll show up for you without drama. They respect competence, not titles. And repeated economic shocks taught them nothing is guaranteed. Build backup plans. Gen X is the bridge generation, raised in the last chapter of the old world and the first draft of the new one. Bridges don't get applause. They just hold weight and keep things moving. If this described someone you love, or you, comment the most Gen X trait you recognize. No diagnosis, just clarity. This is Clé Mentale.